Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Heidi Gabr, and I'm a current member of the AAPM&R Content Creator Workgroup. Today, I am joined by Dr. Mary Beth Russell here to tell us a little bit about her experience in the Future Leaders Program. Just starting off with introductions, Dr. Russell, could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. My name is Mary Beth Russell, and I am at UT Houston. I'm an associate professor and vice chair for quality and compliance. My clinical interests include brain injury medicine and spasticity management, and I work at TIER and am medical director at TIER Memorial Hermann in the Woodlands.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us today. Welcome.
Oh, thanks for having me.
First, could you tell us a little bit about why you chose PM&R?
When I was in medical school, there was a friend that told me about PM&R, but I didn't really know much about that. And so I did an elective PM&R rotation and really just kind of fell in love with it. What was really interesting to me is, as I remember a patient that was a young, like late teens, early 20 brain injury patient, and they had a paradoxical reaction to benzodiazepines. And to me, it was really cool listening to the physiatrist talk about how brain injury patients can have these paradoxical reactions because, of course, in medical school, we just learned about it as an anxiolytic and a sedation tool. And so I thought that was really cool. And then I loved the just the diversity of the specialty. So being able to do electrodiagnostics, being able to do musculoskeletal, being able to do brain injury and neuro rehab, I found that that was just really cool and kind of exposed to a lot of different things that I was interested in. So I had a background in biomedical engineering. So initially, when I went in, I thought I was going to be doing a lot of ortho and musculoskeletal. So that, along with my learned enjoyment of the brain injury population, is really where I fell in love with PM&R.
And as far as your involvement with the Future Leaders Program, what led you to apply to this program?
So I was a member of the program planning committee and really love being able to be involved with the academy and learning how things run, and then also being able to help serve the community and serve fellow physiatrists on kind of a national scale. And so, really, what I wanted to do was to learn more about how the academy runs and functions and be able to do some more volunteer positions within the academy. And so the Future Leaders Program sounded like a great program for kind of for that exposure and just be able to be exposed kind of to the bigger picture of the whole PM&R vision throughout the nation.
Yeah, definitely. And then that kind of brings us into our next question. What has been the best part you feel of being part of the Future Leaders Program? And do you feel like it has affected your practice or approach to leadership at all?
Definitely. I really enjoyed being able to be part of and listen in on kind of the board meetings and see how they're run and how decisions are made with the academy and how the academy really is looking out for the interest of the members and physiatrists as a whole. And so being part of that was really unique. And I also just really love learning about how the academy works and functions.
Awesome.
As far as how it's helped my practice, it's definitely easy on your day-to-day work to get stuck on, what works best for me and my practice. But when you're trying to think of how things could work and function for physiatrists across the world or, specifically across the nation, it kind of makes you think a little more globally about how the specialty fits into the national medical landscape as a whole.
Yeah, definitely like integrating your
Mhm.
perspective into like bigger context. Awesome. And kind of leading a little bit more into that, as we call for the next class of future leaders, why do you think members 3 to 10 years out of practice should consider applying?
So I think it's a great opportunity. You get to really have develop relationships with the senior members in the academy, and they can also help to be mentors. They will help with questions. They're very open to answering any questions that you have, and very approachable. And then it's also just really great to see how the academy works, how what are its priorities, how they're really working for their members. And if you're someone who doesn't want to kind of um, if you're someone who wants to be proactive and you want to be involved and be able to contribute to the specialty, it's a great way to get exposure to that.
Perfect. And this one comes a little bit from me because I'm a resident. But what advice do you have for kind of graduating residents entering into PM&R and kind of new attendings getting started?
So I think one of the things about kind of finishing residency and going into that attending hood is all of a sudden you have a lot of responsibility. You don't necessarily get a ton of exposure to billing and coding during residency, depending on the program. And so the academy has just a ton of resources, people you can reach out to ask questions. So that first 6 months in practice is always seems really overwhelming. So, just take a breath, keep your head down, and yeah, you'll do just great.
Thank you so much. And pivoting to the next part, we kind of wanted to hear a little bit more about you and something in an aspect of the specialty that currently motivates or excites you.
So, I'm very passionate about brain injury population and specifically disorders of consciousness population, and so being able to be involved with any kind of research and collaboration that can be furthering the science of brain injury is always interesting. And then I love doing spasticity management, and spasticity management is a great tool that physiatrists have and working on honing. So I'm involved in the spasticity course, which is a great way for residents to kind of gain some more understanding and exposure to be able to feel comfortable with that in their practice. But those are the two big things that kind of excite me.
Yes, I remember hearing about that course too back in, I think it was in August or something like that. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you so much for all your involvement and all your service with AAPM&R.
Uh,
Um, wanted to just end with a fun question. And
okay.
what is a fun hobby you enjoy doing outside of work?
Oh, well, that's easy. So I love playing pickleball and I play competitively. So in 2023, my partner and I, we qualified to go to nationals. It was up at Dallas at the time. So I spend a lot of my time on the pickleball courts when I'm not working.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure talking with you. Appreciate your time.
Yes, yes, thanks.